Salads are a great way to serve vegetables. Vegetables that are raw are even more nutritious than cooked vegetables. So we should look for lots of ways to serve salads. Salads need to be dressed. We have mayonnaise type dressings, we have liquid type dressings, vinegar and oil, vinaigrette dressings. And then we have what we call a boiled dressing. The one we're going to make now is that type. It's a fat-free boiled dressing. So for those of us who like to cut down on fat, this is an excellent substitution for the mayonnaise. Mayonnaise is made from oil and eggs and can be very rich and very high in fat. We'll start first with 2 tablespoons of flour. This is all-purpose flour or blending flour it's well worth your while sometimes, I think, to buy a little bit of blending flour. 1 teaspoon of salt. 2 teaspoons of mustard for flavoring. 1 cup of white sugar. And 2 eggs. The procedure for making this is a little bit critical in that you get things put in the right order. If you don't, you might create a problem for yourself. I'm throwing the egg shells in the compost pail. Now we beat the eggs and the ingredients that we have here, the sugar, the mustard, the flour, and beat it really well. Now, beating motion is like this, incorporating air and getting things well mixed. We need 1 cup of milk and 1 cup of vinegar. And here's where you want to be careful. We want to put the milk in first and get it well mixed before we put the vinegar in. Because if we don't, we'll end up with curdled milk. Always take a level measure. Now this is skim milk, which has been reconstituted, and 1 cup of vinegar. White vinegar is the least expensive vinegar you can buy. All kinds of other vinegars that are interesting as well. This has thickened, all it's going to thicken until it gets cool, and it has boiled or simmered about 2 or 3 minutes so that we know that the flour is cooked, no raw flavor to it. Now I want to cool it, and cool it so that we don't get a scum over top of it. Now there's 2 ways that we can do it. You can stand and stir, but that takes a long time. But if we went over to the sink where we have some nice cold water, I can set it in cold water and then stir with it in the cold water until we don't see the steam rising anymore. I have a glass bottle prepared, ready to pour it into. Now another way of preventing a skin from forming is to keep it covered. So I could put a lid on it, but since I'm going to be pouring it into here, I'm going to put the lid on this right away and the skin won't form. And you notice the bottom of the pot hasn't got a sign of scorch mark onto it. Isn't that great? And then to prevent skin from forming, we'll just top on the top. I won't tighten it too tight though, because it might seal it. This will keep in the refrigerator for quite a long time, quite a number of weeks, but you will probably have it used up because we use it in many, many dishes.